Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading for April 2022. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided. You may have planets in the sign of Scorpio. You know, I feel like April is going to be one of the best months for you. I don't want to say the best month, but one of the best months. I feel like, you know, just with the planetary action, things seem to really start moving for you, like in your financial house, but in all areas. So, with that being said, don't forget to check out your yearly also that I did. That's something you keep in your back pocket through the year. You know what I mean? Hopefully it can carry you through the year. All right. Bringing in Mother Mary for her words of wisdom to open the reading. And we have honesty. Honesty. Bring us down a little bit. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. Honesty. So it's just asking you to be honest with yourself about a certain situation. You know, I feel like when we're honest, that's when, if change is needed, we can much easily make it. Honesty. It's also about other people being honest with you. But we'll read it at the end. We'll see how it plays in the reading. And I am going to use the Light Seers for you. This is the deck that really seemed to call out to you. It's already pre-shuffled, by the way, but I'd like to give it a shuffle or two with you here. Just give it a cut. And in this reading, we're just going to read right off the top. Just feels like that's the way it wants it, so we'll do it. We shall do it. All right. Let's begin. We have the Three of Cups. Well, first of all, that's the energy of joy. That's joy in your life. That's celebration with those that you hold the dearest to you. You know, it's fun. It's laughter. It's joy. We have the Tower. Interesting that we have the Tower following this. Let's see why. Look at that. We have threes wrapped around the Tower. On both sides of the Tower, I should say. So we have the Three of Wands. So, interesting enough, I didn't feel like a whole lot of, like, angst within this Tower. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite, but it is coming between, like, your joy and then an optimistic viewpoint of my future. Maybe this Tower helped you in some way. You know, the towers don't always have to be like destruction. Sometimes, a lot of times, I feel like they're universal energy also. You know, certain things like closing maybe feels like against our will, but it's to bring you brighter and better days. So, anyway. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know she doesn't have to be, right? This is the Queen where, I mean, if you just look at her, it's like she is thinking. Maybe putting a plan together. She's looking outwardly. It's funny that every energy on the board so far is looking towards the future. The Tower is the only thing that seems like what was or what is. You know, you can be in the Tower. This is not a prediction of a tower. I feel like I'm either already in this tower, but if I am coming out the other side, or this tower has already existed and it ended something, and now I'm starting to see and understand the benefit to that. Maybe I had all my eggs in one basket, and I had to be real with myself, right? I had to be honest with myself. So, I start spreading my eggs around. That doesn't sound right. We have the Knight of Swords above the Three of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups above the Tower. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Star. Card of Aquarius. This is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. It's interesting because, again, here's the Tower. And although I don't feel like the Tower is having, at this moment, tremendous negative effects on me. However, then it throws the Seven of Cups out, which means, the Seven of Cups can be confusing type, chaotic type, energy, needing, making a choice. I don't know if I need to make a choice, but maybe I want to make a choice. But I don't want to pick the Tower again. I don't want to pick the Tower again. This Ace of Pentacles tells me that you don't. This Ace of Pentacles, because this is about something that comes into your physical world, that gives you an opportunity to expand your world. Right next to the Star. So it is of your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Your voice, your communication, your mind. All of that is special. And it may give you an opportunity to use it in some way. We have Temperance, divine timing. All in divine timing. Temperance teaches us a few things. The first thing is patience, right? Have patience for divine timing. Wanting something before it's time really doesn't serve you. So having the patience for, full development. I feel like when Temperance shows up, it's about letting go of control and just trust. Know that if I keep my energy in the light, that the light will return to me. Some of you may be hearing some news. It gives you an opportunity to celebrate something. It could certainly be a new job, a new epiphany that turns into a job. Again, I feel like April is a month where, your finances really start to take off. Of course, you have to be proactive in it. I don't feel like, it's just like, money's falling off a tree. I feel like you are inspired. And it's like your inspiration is part of that Ace of Pentacles. Remember, the Ace shows up as a seed, and then what we do with that seed is going to be up to us. We're either going to nurture it, or we're going to ignore it, right? And then it'll just wither up and die. or we're going to nurture it and grow it, and it grows into, I'm thinking like Hercules. Anyways, Temperance is also the card of Sagittarius. We have the Seven of Swords. So interesting, we have two sevens on the top and bottom of the tower and two threes on the side of it. I feel like something may not have been of equal balance. And that may just be what it's talking about, like the tower, like something wasn't of equal balance. The Seven of Swords tells me within that tower action was something that felt untrustworthy to you. And that is why, like, a decision, if it is a decision, can be harder than normal. Nonetheless, I feel like you do make the decision. Wow. We have the Ace of Wands. Look at that, two aces in the same row. Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. What's in between it? The Three of Wands. Your optimism, your excitement for the future. I don't feel you're looking for the end. Like, I'm not looking to see where it's going to end up. I'm going to enjoy the journey. Aces talk about the beginning. And then we have Judgment. Judgment, call to attention. We need you in the present moment. Scorpio, I'll one. Scorpio, I'll one. Look at, like, her spiritual body. Right? There's that silver string, the silver thread, whatever you want to call it, that connects the spiritual body to the human body. It's almost like this Queen of Swords. Again, it doesn't matter what sign she is. It's more about what energy she's in. So when I'm in her energy, I am thinking about, like, what do I honestly want for myself? She has the Star card right above her. Judgment is also a reminder that your miracles don't happen back there. They happen in the present moment. Temperance is all about divine timing. What we can't control, we let go of. No sense of hanging on to it. It's just dead weight. Just dead weight. But at the same breath, our eyes are wide open. Our eyes are wide open here. And maybe it could only, any way our eyes could be wide open is because of a tower. Or let me word that differently, because of the experience of the tower, because of ultimately the understanding over it, let's say. So, I feel like you're being very inspired as it relates to your Pentacles, about building something that takes root. Again, some people are like, well, I don't even know what you're talking about, Sandy. It's like epiphanies that come at the right time. It's almost like, me doing tarot is the opposite of what I used to do in my life. What led me to this path was really, I had a trust, because it didn't, like, I don't know. But here I am, so many years later. That's what I'm saying, your path can change at any second. So, and this is nothing, like, I feel like you should be excited for this, because I feel like whatever epiphanies you're receiving, take action in them. I don't feel like, again, this is about You know, where will this end up? But more living in the present moment, enjoying life in the present moment. Okay. Well, we have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. That is the commitment card, the marriage card. I say marriage potential, right? It's funny because when I think about your yearly, I remember your title now, and you know, I did like bullet points, and one of them was some of you are saying I do this year. Maybe some of you said I no longer, also this year with the Tower here. This could talk about a relationship that was that didn't work out for whatever the reason. I don't feel like, honestly, I don't feel like extreme anxiety over it. I don't feel, I don't know. It's funny because, like, when I'm in the Tower, I'm thinking, like, this is it, life sucks, you know, all of that. But after the Tower, because remember, time keeps on moving, whether we wanted to or not. But after the Tower, once I'm being really honest with myself, I feel like this is when this energy of joy and optimism starts to set in. And it's interesting because that's when the aces also show up. Well, we have another ace. So look at this. You know, this Knight of Swords. And remember, knights are meant to bring you something. They're on a journey. This knight would be, especially with the Queen of Swords down here, I feel like it's talking about like something that comes in, some type of word, something that gives you reason to celebrate. For some of you, it's a job offer. And there is really a reason to celebrate. What am I holding? Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Well, there you go. We have the Ten of Wands. Look at that. It's like this ace is going to help lessen the burden. Look at that. Ace on both sides. Lessens the burden. You know, the only thing in the Ten of Wands, though, is I feel like we do have to ask ourselves, you know, how much of the burden did I carry? How much of the responsibility did I carry? Did I carry it all? Maybe it became too heavy, so secretly I wanted to tower. Maybe my soul wanted to tower. Excuse me. But these aces are lifting this burden. We have the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. This could be something within your home that you do. I want to say, the only thing I want to say within the Four of Pentacles is, the only negative part of it is be careful that, you know, you, like, be open to what the universe wants to tell you. Don't be restrictive. You know what I mean? Like, don't think like your way is the only way. Be open. It's like she's collecting pentacles in her tray there. Look at that, the Four of Pentacles. First of all, the 4 makes me think of April. And then there is a pentacle. Okay, I don't know what this card down here is doing. We have the Chariot. Wow. You know, the Chariot's like a reward. It's a reward for you taking the time to find balance within yourself. You know, it feels like with these threes, that's what it is. It's the balance, because they're both like of the light. So they balance that tower out. You know what I mean? Like joy and optimism will balance that tower. That tower no longer has the power that it once did. So because of your work, because of your honesty, your understanding, it feels like now is the time again. April, here comes this ace, the Chariot. I forgot what I was looking at. So the Chariot comes up because there's balance. You know, the Chariot is moved by mind and control. Your mind. What I think about, I bring about. Where do I want to take this Chariot? There's no limit. The only limit is what you place upon it. Universe is like, take it wherever you want. Take it as far as you can. The only person who puts a limit is us. More our humanness, right? So look at this. We have the Three of Wands. So now we have 3, 3, 3. Joy and optimism. You know, I do feel like for some of you, this may be about a relationship. I feel like if it ended, it's just not affecting you any longer. Or doesn't need to be. Because I feel like, again, this is the energy that April is calling for. Look at these aces. They're everywhere. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Temperance, divine control, divine timing. The Star, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, and the Chariot gives you the vehicle to reach them. Chariot is a card of Cancer, by the way. I have the Death card. So the Death card, card of Scorpio, coming right over the Tower. So, first of all, this is showing me that, you know, if this is Scorpio, that Scorpio is definitely taken on the weight of the situation, and you know, it doesn't feel like you're meant to. So the Death card, you know what, it's asking for a door to close, right? Death card is always asking for an ending to something, so that something new can begin, so a rebirth can happen. It can't happen until this is closed. Now, that doesn't have to mean my whole life. It's just areas, right? It may be my way of thinking. It may be like blindfolds that I wear. Though, you know, I don't want to put a lot of negativity on this reading because it feels very positive. You know, but this, and maybe you've already closed this door. And maybe the rebirth is about to begin. We have the Page of Pentacles. So you're learning something. Look at this. We have the Queen of Swords over the Queen of Swords. Alright, well, first of all, I feel like this is speaking of how far you have come. Because I feel like this is saying you have really found your voice. Doesn't mean, listen, doesn't mean you're perfect, right? Doesn't mean no one's perfect. It's just the way it is. We have to just realize that nobody's perfect. People make mistakes, but we also have the ability to grow from those mistakes. Not everybody does. It becomes their choice. But nonetheless, I feel like you've really come to a place where you've found yourself, your voice, your uniqueness, and maybe you're even realizing like why. It's almost like, let's say, like I feel like my daughter is psychic, but she fights it a little bit, right? And completely up to her. I would never push anything. What was I going to say? But let's just say here, this is her coming to that, like I cannot deny it. The uniqueness about you. I feel like this page of Pentacles, this is about a path of knowledge. Sometimes we think our path is over. The knowledge part is over. Like, haven't we learned enough? This is not about learning hard lessons. This is about learning how the world works, how energy works. This is something that grabs your attention, that pulls you in, that makes you want to learn more and more and more. So it's nothing negative, not like school where you're forced to get up and go to school and learn. This is something that you're very inspired to do. Look at this, the world coming over Temperance, the next chapter. It's so funny because every reading I do, of course, like right now we're in Aries energy, moving into Taurus, right? But anyway, I'm thinking Aries because Aries really is the beginning of the zodiac. So often it can feel like the beginning of the year, even though January is the beginning of the year. A lot of times we're still shaking off what was so that we can fully be immersed into the here and now. That is the world. It's the next chapter. The world talks about a time period where you're walking through life. I feel like this is from now until forever now. Does that make sense? Because I feel like this is, excuse me, where your spirituality and your humanness are walking hand in hand. The next chapter. I feel like the universe is doing their part here, right? They're sending you all these aces. They're not only sending you like the inspiration, they're almost sending you the way. Maybe something important that you have to do or have to say or have to make or have to build can seem minute right this moment, right? Because we're at aces, but who knows? Chariot says there's no limit on this. We have Judgment again. Judgment coming over the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can talk about, again, untrustworthy energy, right? But 7 is also the number of spirituality. And allowing each to come to their own spirituality, right? Like we can be the teacher, but we can't do the action for, you know what I mean? So I feel like truly your past. Now, this doesn't mean like forget about your past, but I feel like your past taught you something very, very valuable. Look at that, the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. Well, you know, there feels like there's something that's coming in. Maybe it's coming through communication, but it's talking about the ability for this ace. To me, the ace expands your physical or material world, right? I feel like it comes to help relieve a burden, but in the same time, you've got to understand in this what part of that did I carry, right? Because in the Ten of Wands, like I took it all on. Like other people, I didn't make other people be responsible, and now I know that it's not my job to carry their, you know, whatever it is. So the Death card says, okay. So I feel like it's more of a, like an epiphany about, this is, you know, the more I'm like this, the more I understand that carrying other people's burdens, I'm not helping them, I'm actually hindering them, right? And I'm hindering myself. So the Death card is just saying, consider that. But again, I feel like these aces are giving you an opportunity to lessen that burden. Again, the Chariot says that when these aces arrive, and they will, so there's a lot of things here that are saying, get yourself in the present moment. This isn't about living in the past and wishing and wanting what was. This is about what can be. What can be, and let go of control of what it must be, because I feel like the universe has that covered. Like they had that covered, because ultimately here you are in the Nine of Cups. Wow. That's a good place to be. That is truly when I'm loving my life. There doesn't need to be another soul to make me happy. I can make myself happy. You know what I mean? So there is something changing here that, I don't know, I just feel like, hallelujah. Not that we opened, again, really, we didn't open, there's very little negativity here. And I shouldn't even say negativity, there's very little, let's just say lesson, right? I feel like the main lesson here is about not carrying all the responsibility of things, you know, for other people, maybe, you know, delegate, perhaps, just know when, like, you know, listen, it's breaking my back. Well, that's not how it's meant to be. Okay. So, we end the reading. Coming over judgment, again, your spiritual team. This is a connection to all that is, all that's above, you know, as above, so below. This is your spiritual team stepping forward, helping you in different areas of your life. Here is another ace, the Ace of Cups. You know, you put that ace, singular ace, with the 9 aces, and we do arrive at the 10. And then we have the High Priestess. You know, I feel like this means a few things. This certainly is probably talking about love, but I feel like first, what it's talking about is you and your life. And, you know, I'm saying it's changing. It doesn't mean it like everything has to change, but I feel like one change starts to change everything else in a positive way. The universe has your back this month. Not just this month. I feel like, well, first of all, they always have your back. But there seems to be a lot of importance about where you're now going. Where you're now going. The world. The next chapter. How's it going to look? You have so much say-so over it. Remember that. You don't have all the say-so. Temperance is like, let's work together here. Let's work together. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like so many of you have already have. There may just be one little thing, again, that you just need to look at. Like, do I take on, everybody's responsibility, so to speak, where I don't feel like it does, it produces fruit, let's say. Anyway, this is about you. Some of you, maybe you're leaving a relationship, a marriage, but again, if you are, you've already done that, and I feel like you're now coming out the other side. For some of you, this could talk about ultimately, commitment coming to you. We have the Ace of Cups with the Nine of Cups beside it, like 9 and the Ace, 10. The High Priestess, I feel like you're becoming so intuitive. So intuitive. So I feel like within this Four of Wands, this energy, that may be what Temperance is saying. Let go of control of exactly how things must be and try to go with the flow. Again, we're starting with a lot of aces and threes. So I feel like many of you have already started on a certain path, and now there's some major epiphanies, major aces coming to you. So I'm like so excited for you this month. I am. I feel like this is just the beginning, just the beginning. And I think I'm going to leave it there, but I am going to read Honesty from Mother Mary. You received this card in answer to your question because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty. If you are to proceed, what do you have to admit to yourself about your current situation? When you think about it, what feelings arise? Why? It's important to take stock of your emotions and thoughts about anything that confuses or annoys you. Otherwise, you're reacting instead of taking charge. Although the ego is threatened by looking deeper, it's an essential component of healing this situation. This card guides you to take some time to evaluate and understand your feelings. Remember, you are entitled to them, and they are neither right nor wrong. Very often, your feelings are the voices of angels delivering God's guidance to you. Beautiful. Amen. I think I should just leave it right there. I love you guys. It's interesting. I didn't give a shout out to Scorpios in my life. My daughter, October 29th. My brother, November 6th. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I feel like, use your interpretation, use your intuition. The High Priestess is here. So this is about you being able to trust it. Like, trust it. That first instinct, right? Be honest. And there's really nothing negative here. But the ability to, I feel like this is about love, yes, but I feel like love, but this is really about, I feel like, guided epiphanies, pentacles coming into your life, giving you the way, the opportunity, not just the opportunity, but also the way. So I feel like this is a month to stay on your toes, stay present, and trust what you receive. Write it down. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you're writing a book through spirit. Who knows? Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for all the ways you support my channel, through your donations, your likes, your shares, your subscribes. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to anyone who's new. Just thank you for allowing me to be me and you to be you. I can't wait to read your comments. As always, I really can't. it gives me some clarity of mind. So I don't know, guys. Enjoy this month because I feel like this is just the beginning. I love you. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.